here to talk about all of that. Nick Swisher, Kenny White, for the latest installment of Swish and the Wiz. Take it away, Kenny.
Hey, thanks, Jeremy. We've got a lot of baseball. This is a big day. College World Series starting and some monster series this weekend. And I'm Kenny White with Nick Swisher. Swish, we've got so much going on in baseball. We're going to give you some stuff. We've also had requests. I don't know how many. There's been so many, 5 or 10. Somebody wants our picks. They want our picks for some reason. So we're going to give some locks out at the end today. So stay tuned. But Swish, hey, we got to start with Yankees-Blue Jays. What a great series we have coming up.
Oh, absolutely huge. This is a huge stretch of the season right now for the New York Yankees. Listen, they just had 3 against Tampa, swept at home. You saw Anthony Rizzo's home run, absolutely electric. But then you go to Toronto for 3. It's not an easy place to play in Toronto. Then you got to go back to Tampa Bay to play 3 more, and then you go play 4 against the Houston Astros. So right now is that tail testing time for the New York Yankees. But with the way everything's going, the historical start, it's nice to see that going. Great matchups this weekend. We got Montgomery against Ross Stripling today. But I don't know about you, Wiz, but I'm watching that Saturday start. Jamison Tyone against Alek Manoah. Probably the AL Cy Young frontrunner right now. Awesome to see. What do you got on that series?
Yeah, I think it's a big favorite for the Yankees. I like them in game 1 with Montgomery over Stripling, but I think the factor in the series, you're right, game 2 is the equal pitching matchup, but game 3 is back to the Titanic. It's Garrett Cole versus Yusei Kikuchi. Kikuchi's hard hit rate almost 50%, and that Yankee lineup just loaded. I think he gets knocked out early, and Garrett Cole continues to roll. So this Yankee team is tremendous. Red hot start of the season. That leads us into, do they win too many games? My motto has them winning 105 games right now. And right now the Blue Jays 94. That's an 11-game lead. They could be cruising. Does that hurt come playoff time?
Yeah, maybe. I think, it's all about pulling up those W's, right? I think obviously this is a humongous series for the Toronto Blue Jays, 10 games back. This is either a make or break situation right now, in my opinion, a definite must-win series for the Toronto Blue Jays. But moving forward, listen, I've been part of teams that have clinched early. I've been part of teams that clinched late. But you know as well as I do, I don't know, it's kind of a staggering stat how many different teams have won the AL or the NL wild card that have gone on to win the World Series. So I think it could be good, it could be bad, because if you seal that, AL East up by the beginning of September, now all of a sudden you're not playing meaningful baseball. Everybody kind of pulls back a little bit. The intensity, the overall urgency is not the same. I mean, if it was up to me, I'd be the last team to get in. That team that's hot as a firecracker finally gets in and then just rolls theirself all the way to the title.
I love the team that's grinding for 30 days to get in, because once they get there, they know how to grind. They've been doing it. Where the team who's just been, on cruise control has to now figure out, how do we grind? Because we know it's going to be a 1-run game. It's going to be 3-2, 4-3 late in the baseball game. So you've got to be able to figure out how to win that game late. So the Braves, we're talking about this team early. We knew how good they were, the World Series champs. 14 in a row now. Brian Snedeker, you've talked to him. Everything's working the way he wanted it to.
Yeah, talk about a team that got in just grinding those last 30 days last year. I mean, halfway through the season, they were playing 500 baseball. So, if you think about really what the Atlanta Braves accomplished last year is so impressive. Look at this run they've had, 14-0, run differential of plus 60, 35 home runs over their last 14 games. Austin Riley's been on fire. Darno, Ozuna, those guys are doing their thing. Matt Olson has been absolutely fantastic. One player that I got to give a little love to right now. Since Ozzy Albies has gone down, Orlando Arcia has been on fire. Listen, 9 games so far this season. You see the numbers right there. 448, 13 hits, 7 RBIs, and 3 homers in his last 2 games. Since what's-his-name has been out, he has been 7 for 9, 2 homers, and 4 RBIs. Orlando Arcia definitely putting a lot of the Braves fans at ease, letting them know, hey, I got this. Ozzy Albies will be back, hopefully 60 to however many days. But at the end of the day, being able to have somebody, a veteran player like Orlando Arcia to step up, huge, huge thing for the Atlanta Braves going right now.
Yeah, I saw Ozzy Albies play in Mobile, Alabama at Hank Aaron Stadium, Double-A baseball. He was 19 years old, and I said, oh, this kid's the best player on the field. He's going to the big leagues, and he's going to be a star, And that's the thing about the Braves, their locker room. Talk about their locker room and their philosophy. and why that organization has been so successful for so many years, that they got great personalities.
Yeah, 100%. Anytime you got Snicker leading your charge, he's your manager. A thing they talk about a lot in that locker room is personalities, getting the right people in the right place, getting the wrong people out. So I think at the end of the day, to know where they started last year, where they ended up, listen, everybody was freaking out a little bit earlier in the year. The Braves got off to a little slow jump. No one was really hitting as much. But at the end of the day, listen, the Braves know who they are. They know the model that helps them win. All they do is go back to last year. Listen, we brought in all these guys, the locker room became a little tighter, and then all of a sudden they took off from there. So in my mind, they focus so much on camaraderie and the people that are in that locker room, it's no surprise that they're rattling off wins at this pace that they are right now. So listen, it's crazy because the starting pitching hasn't been all that good this year so far for the Atlanta Braves. And any time you don't have starting pitching, you better be mashing. And that's exactly what they're doing. The back end of the bullpen has been absolutely electric this year. So to be able to see the starters and the bullpen kind of, a little drastic change, if those starters can continue to keep doing what they're doing, pitch a little better, man, it's going to be interesting to see what the Braves are going to do coming down the stretch.
Another great series this weekend. The one we don't get to enjoy a lot because they very rarely play. The Cardinals are in Boston, in Fenway, to play the Red Sox. And both teams right now are smoking hot. The Red Sox 23-9 their last 32. The Cardinals 18-10. Both teams playing great. And the matchup in game one, Michael Wacha goes against his old teammate and Adam Wainwright tonight. This is going to be ridiculous in Fenway this weekend.
Oh, absolutely electric for sure. I mean, Wacha pitching against his old team. I mean, what was he, the NLCS? Back, was that 2013? When they won all that. But I mean, here he is right now, 2013 NLCS. He was absolutely amazing. 13.2 innings pitched, no earned runs. Wow, absolutely electric. Listen, Cardinals have been struggling a little bit over their last 10, 5-5, even though Paul Goldschmidt is the hottest hitter on the planet. And in Fenway, that short porch right there in left field, that green monster, it's very attainable for Paul Goldschmidt this season. Wacha, don't be leaving that changeup up in the zone because Goldie's going to get you, baby.
Yeah, hitting and pitching gets contagious. Wacha's been tremendous. Nick Pivetta has been great down the stretch. He's one of my guys to keep an eye on. We're going to see two younger guys, Cutter Crawford in game 2 against Dakota Hudson, and Andre Palente versus Pivetta in that game 3. Again, this is going to be a great series. You're right, Goldie having a tremendous year. So let's get into some locks. Friday night locks. You're going to give me a play. We're going to keep track of these, Swish, and we're going to see how both of us do. We're going to go with the numbers and the model and kind of my eye test. I watch these games too, but you're going to be using the eye test and the feel for these. So I'll let you kick it off Friday night. Your lock of the night tonight.
Oh, my lock of the night, Friday Night Wiz. I'm so geeked up for this. Listen, bro, I'm just getting into the gambling game a little bit. I'm learning a lot from you. You are the icon. You are the legend. So I got a lot. This is a David versus Goliath matchup, but I'm willing to take the challenge. My Friday night lock tonight, Mackenzie Gore, number 1 in your programs, number 1 in your hearts, against the Colorado Rockies. And let me tell you why. This kid has been absolutely on fire. He's only given up 1 home run all season long. That's 50 innings of work. The Padres are a way better team than the Colorado Rockies right now. They're riding a 4-game win streak. And after they just took over first place last night, the San Diego Padres, baby, feeling really good. Mackenzie Gore, my lock of the night. Friday night, Wiz, what do you got?
It is what's so amazing to look at the National League West and see somebody not other than the Dodgers or the Giants in first place. So, and the Padres just put up a 40 spot in Chicago. They are swinging it. I know the wind was blowing out, but now they go from one hitting paradise to another hitting paradise. Lock in on the Padres. I'm going to go with a total, because that's what I like to pick on. I like to find good totals, and I like to go under and find pitching matchups. I have the A's and Royals under tonight. This should be Greinke and Frankie Montas, 2 guys who probably aren't going to finish the season on these teams, but Montas has been lights out. Greinke is a veteran who's going to know how to navigate his way through this Oakland lineup, who is very, very weak. So I'm going under 7.5. This number could drop to 7. Don't worry about it. Still go under 7. I think this is a 2-1 baseball game to the end. And, this is a good question for you, Swish. The A's are coming home from a 9-game road trip. What was a little bit more difficult to do, that first game back home or that last game of a 9-game homestand, and you got to go out on the road. You got to get everything packed up and you're ready to go to get on the road trip. What's tougher? The last game of the road trip?
I'm not sure, Wiz. I mean, if you think about it, the Oakland A's are averaging 14 people a game, right? So are you excited to leave Oakland to go play on the road, or are you excited to come back to Oakland and sleep in your own bed? Listen, I got the chance to talk to Mark Kotsay a couple weeks ago, and that's exactly what they're battling right now. They are trying to develop big league ball players at the big league level. That is hard to do. There is such a drastic difference from AAA baseball to the big leagues, and the Oakland A's are doing their best they can to get their top prospects up there, give them experience at the big league level, and hopefully that can work themselves out, because everybody knows the fire sale Oakland had at the beginning of the season this year. Chapman's gone, Olson's gone. I mean, the list, Manaya's gone. The list goes on and on. So I think for the Oakland A's, it's been a difficult season. It's been really tough. They're only averaging 2 runs a game. So, by the way, I love that under pick for you tonight, especially if Greinke's on the hill for the Royals.
Hey, Mark Kotsay, top 5, runner at second, nobody out. Top 5 rollover ground ball to the right side to move a runner. that guy had man. Yeah,
one of the best human beings ever. I was a rookie when I came up. He was there as a veteran and really put his arm around me, man. Taught me the game of baseball. So excited for him getting that big league job. It's got to be difficult, man, going out there each and every night, especially a successful baseball player, rolling out that team, not picking up the W's. But I know he's excited about the job. I'm hoping they give him a couple years to really, really get things going over there, because Mark Kotsay, one of the better guys in baseball.
All right, series, best series. Who's going to win a series this weekend? Your best bet.
Oh, baby, are you ready? Buckle up, Buttercup, baby, because this ain't going to be a series win. This is going to be a series sweep, ladies and gentlemen. The Atlanta Braves against the Chicago Cubs. Listen, the Braves have won 14 in a row. 12 out of those 14 wins have been by 2 or more runs. Let's look at the Chicago Cubs. They've lost 10 in a row. 9 out of those 10 games have been lost by 2 or more runs. I don't care what the spread is. The Atlanta Braves are absolutely on fire right now. They're going to get into Chi-Town. They're going to be hitting home runs all over the place. In my mind, series sweep right here. I'm not just taking 2 out of 3, Wiz. I want to take the whole thing, baby.
Hey, I'm with you. Play the hot team and go against the team who's on a 10-game losing streak too. That's a big series. I like the Twinkies this weekend. Minnesota's playing really good baseball. They're going to Arizona to play the Diamondbacks, who struggle. Bad bullpen, and I think there's an edge in starting pitching. Devin Smeltzer goes tonight. Dylan Bundy, and then Chris Archer. I think the Twins take 2 out of 3. I don't know if they get the sweep like the Braves do, but I'm on the Twins for the sweep. Hey, last thing. 2 no-hitters were broken up this. Hey, last thing. 2 no-hitters were broken up this weekend in the 9th inning. You know that happens more, almost just as much as there has been a no-hitter. There's been 177 no-hitters since 1961. There's 168 no-hitters broken up in the 9th inning.
Wow, you don't ever think about that, Wiz. You just think to yourself, it just goes to show you how difficult it is to throw a no-hitter at the big league level. Listen, we saw Miles Michaelis do that, Tyler as well, Tyler Anderson, the same thing. I mean, look at this. Harrison Bader almost made that amazing grab, inches away from getting that absolute no-hitter. Hey, tip of the cap to the fans. Miles, you keep your season going, baby. You have been absolutely electric. I was in one game that was pretty close. We were playing Kurt Schilling. He was in Oakland against us. He had a no-hitter going, 2 outs in the 9th inning. Shannon Stewart, base hit to right. Never been more happy for somebody to get a hit in my entire life. Also, as well, right here, 1 out in the 9th inning, right here against Gavin Floyd. Oh, I pulled the Mookie Betts. I just dove for it, had no chance in the world of catching that. Just wanted to let my guy Gavin know, hey, baby, I'm out here working for you, bro, because I know how hard it is to be on that mound. So, listen, I saw Mookie Betts give a full effort. I tried to as well. So, listen, man, it's so hard to get a no-hitter in the big leagues. That's why they play 27 outs.
Hey, great effort. We gave a great effort today, too. Swish, have a great weekend. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Back to Jeremy St. Louis in the studio in Fort Lauderdale.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, and thank you for the picks. Nick Swisher, Kenny White, Swish, and the Wiz, your MLB best bet. Nick says go with the Padres over the Rockies. Kenny likes the under. What a surprise. Kenny, the Undertaker, in Royals Athletics. In your weekend series play, Braves keep it rolling, according to Swish, as they roll over the Cubs. And Kenny likes the Twins over the Diamondbacks.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.